journey begin. Who win this year's championship? Come feel the heat of this dream. Witness the strength and confidence of those who face these challenges. Cause in the end, we all win. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Everybody say na 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 the ball has hit the bat, whoa, whoa. Fielders are running to catch it. It's a six, or will it be a four? We scream, we roar, oh my god, the tension soar. The pressure, the skill on display is amazing, what can I say? Let the claps run in millions, as if cricket is our religion. Let's go. If you wanna be the best, play with courage and confidence. Level up your game to be prominent. Don't forget it's your time to shine. Play tough but remember to be kind. Let's see who tops at the finish line. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League.
Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 12. This is the champions face-off between Daman Insurance and Munich Re. We have both the captains and a match official in front of us. Tala will flip the coin. Vivek will do the calling. Heads is the call. Heads it is. Y'all will. What do you want to do?
We will bat first, as we are doing it continuously throughout the tournament, and we think our batting and bowling setup is like that, and which supports us, setting up the target and then defending it, which we were able to do it from last few matches. Some may not be, but over the period from last 14-15 matches, this is our template, and we followed it. It worked for us, and we want to continue it over.
A win in the last game against Team 11 has boosted your chances. What has been the talk to the boys coming into this final league game?
I think as a team we were playing very well throughout the tournament. It was one or other games which were not working. The simple message is to play together as a team, as a unity, and enjoy the game. That's what we want to do. Is we are coming all the way, and we want to play and enjoy. These grounds are beautiful grounds, and that's the idea. Weather is good, just enjoy the game, and result will eventually come up, right? So this is the idea.
Thank you very much, and hope to see you have a good performance today. As we speak to Tala from Munich, 2 losses, but a win for Daman in the last game has actually just opened up the chances for you all to make a backdoor entry. What has been the talk to the boys coming into this last league game?
No, definitely. I think there is an outside chance, so we're going to make the most of it. The boys are pumped up. We've done some practice. We've hit the nets, so we're really looking forward to today's match.
And good thoughts to lose in this situation?
I think I would have loved to bat first as well. Amazing conditions for batting. But having said that, I don't think it's going to change much in the second half, so we back ourselves to chase whatever they put on the board.
And what sort of a score do you want to keep them down to make it easy for yourself?
170.
170, what it is. Thank you very much. That's the news from the centre here. Vivek winning the toss, and he wants to take first strike in this game, the last league game for both the sides. We have the action coming up in the next few minutes. Stay tuned. Cracker of a game coming up. Thank you. LBW appeal of the previous ball, given not out by the umpire, probably going down next side, and then Vivek takes a single of the next ball. Takes the score on to 5, brings Muzammil on to strike. Trying to play the big one. Wrapped on the pads. Keeper Tala, the captain, quickly to his left, collects the ball. Last ball of the first over coming up. This time plays it on the back foot to the man behind square. No run for that. End of the first over. 5 for the loss of no wicket. Second over to begin. Sajjad, the bowler, bowling to Vivek. Outside of the bat, going towards the point region. Ball racing away towards the boundary. 4 more runs. Driven handsomely. Collects his second boundary. Second ball of the over. Vivek on strike. Now this time straying onto the pads. There's no fielder there behind square. So 4 more. So consecutive boundaries for Vivek. Takes the score on to 13. Takes his score on to 13. Both these teams looking for a win. Have a look at that. Onto the pads. He just had a feeling that this was going down leg side. Comes across in the line. And sends this one behind square for 4 more. Sajjad under pressure. 2 consecutive boundaries of the first 2 balls and bowls a full toss. Luckily for him, he doesn't make good contact. Straight to the man at point. No run there. This tournament being sponsored by Sedgwick, Advanta, Alia Insurance Brokers, and Ideal Surveyors and Loss Adjusters. Fourth ball of the over, 13 for no loss. Vivek on strike. This time down leg side will be called a wide. Vivek wanting to take that extra wide run. Muzammil declining that. Takes the score on to 14. Both these sides desperate for a win out here. Daman Insurance, if they win today, get to 4 points in their 3 games and more or less make it to the finals. And Munich Cray, on the other hand, if they win today, stand an outside chance of making it to the finals, hoping that Salama beats Team 11 in their last game tomorrow. There's another wide will be called. Score moves on to 15. He's trying to bring the ball back in from middle and leg, but is at the moment straying in line, so he's been penalized with 2 wide runs in the last 2 balls, and we'll have to re-bowl them. This time overcompensating by bowling outside the off stump, and Vivek goes on one knee and square drives this towards the point boundary for 4 more. Third boundary of the over. Have a look at that. Steams in the outswinger, but enough room for him to square drive that one. We're in the power play, so he's just allowed 2. He doesn't have any protection. Change in the field. He's got a deep point now. This time bangs it in short, asking the umpire for a wide, but doesn't beat. Ball into Tala's gloves, the wicket keeper. Last ball of the over, squaring the batsman up, goes to the left of the man, it covers, they get a single to end the over. 19 for the loss of no wicket. 20 for the loss of no wicket. 18 runs to Vivek, 2 wides, and Muzammil yet to get off the mark. 15 runs coming off this over. Third over to commence. Subhan bowling to Vivek, wanted to cut this one. Under edges the ball onto the wicket, on the turf rather, so no run there. This time bowling it down the leg side. Tala not able to collect the ball. going away towards the fine leg boundary. They get 2 extra runs. Takes the score on to 23 with that wide. Subhan Vivek again trying to force this one, but under edges into the turf towards the man at short cover, no run. This time outside the off stump, plays it just over the man at covers. Ball winning the race toward the boundary, his 5th boundary. Takes the score on to 27. Subhan enticing him to away, but gets the lower half of the bat, and with the bat turning, it just manages to go over the cover fielder for 4 more. Vivek this time through the covers, beautifully played, back-to-back boundaries again. Takes the score on to 31. He's in some mood today, dealing in boundaries. Subhan again slightly slower, but forcing him to play that shot, but he bisects the fielder at covers and mid-off. Now this time tucks it towards behind square. They finish, 3 fielders converge, but they get 2 more runs. Takes the score on to 33. Vivek still on strike. Plays this towards the extra cover boundary for another 4. Ends the over at 37 for the loss of no wicket. He's batting at 32 of 16 balls. Again in the slot, goes round to one knee, drives this towards the extra covers for 4 more. Current run rate 12.33. बंद कर Sajjad to continue over number 4. Muzammil plays this towards Gully. They take up for a single and he's off the mark. Score moves on to 38. Brings Vivek back on strike. Onto the pads, down leg side. Both the batsmen cross over for a single. So 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 40 with those 2 runs. Muzammil plays it towards the mid-wicket boundary for 4 more. He gets his first boundary. Score moves on to 44 for the loss of no wicket. Pressure on Sajjad as Muzammil now plays this towards mid-on, misfield, but allows the single to be completed. Takes the score on to 45. 45 for the loss of no wicket. Vivek again opens his arms. A man at cover, unable to cut it off. The man at deep point who comes down to his right and keeps it down to 2 runs. Another dot ball keeps the score on 47. Last ball of the over. Tossed up and sends this over the cover boundary for another maximum. The 50 coming up. 53 for no loss in 4 overs. There was Shad who came in and bowled the 4th over. And he's given away 16 runs of this over. Vivek is batting 40 of 19. With 6 boundaries and a maximum to him. ने मैच जीतना है और ये मैच जीत जाएगा वो पूरी पारी लेगा, समझा?
रन रेट का कोई चक्कर नहीं
होगा ही नहीं. Sajjad now bowling it to Muzammil, who plays it towards the square leg boundary, and he cuts his second boundary, taking the score on to 57. Sajjad this time bowling it to Muzammil and plays it towards the mid-on fielder. No run there. Sajjad to Muzammil, who plays it towards short covers, and they take off for a single very easily. Takes the score on to 58. ओवर के बाद हाथ धो के आता हूँ. Vivek playing it back towards the bowler. No run there. भाई तीसरा बॉल सिंगल था, चेक करो. क्या नाम है इसका? ज़ैर ना?
उमेर
Fifth ball, Vivek playing it towards the mid-wicket region. He gets. मुजम्मिल ने सिंगल लिया. मुजम्मिल ने बाउंड्री खेला फर्स्ट बॉल, सेकंड बॉल डॉट थी, थर्ड बॉल सिंगल लिया शॉर्ट कवर पे. चौथा बॉल विवेक ने डॉट खेला और पांचवा बॉल बाउंड्री मारा है अभी. अच्छा ठीक है, मेरे को स्क्रीन पे जो दिखा मैं दिखा, सॉरी. Onto the pads, playing it towards short fine. Dot to end the over. Sajjad going in for 23 in the 2 overs he's bowled. Muzammil batting 14 of 11, Vivek batting 40 of 19. Ball number 1 of the 6th over of Shad. Plays it back to the bowler. 61 for the loss of no wicket. Again over the point boundary. He's favoured the point and cover boundary today. He's got quite a few runs in that region. Takes the score on to 65. The moment he's slightly outside the off stump, he chances his arm and sends this towards the boundary for 4 more. Another edge, takes it away towards the third man boundary this time, and he moves on to 48 with that single, with that boundary rather. Daman Insurance 69 for no loss, 48 of 22. 9 boundaries and 1 6 to Vivek Singh. Muzammil 14 of 11 with 3 boundaries. Takes us towards mid wicket for a single. Takes the score on to takes him to 49. Takes the score on to 70. Daman Insurance captain Vivek Singh is in some mode. He won the toss, elected to take first strike. Muzammil plays it in the air and going over the cover fielder. The man from long off coming to his right keeps it down to another double. 5.5 completed. 72 for the loss of no wicket. Last ball of the over comes down the track, playing it towards mid-on. No run there. End of the over. 6 gone. 72 for the loss of no wicket. Muzammil batting 16 of 13 balls. Vivek batting 49 of 23. And Shad has gone for 27 in the 2 overs he's bowled. You see the UAE national flag hoisted high. We're playing this game, sir, in the United Arab Emirates, in the Emirate of Ajman, at the 7 district grounds. Salahuddin to bowl, and Vivek angles this one towards the third man boundary. It was a full toss, and he just rammed this, and a 50 for him in 24 balls. The umpire calling it a no ball as well, so it will be a free hit to follow. 53 of 24 balls, 11 boundaries, 1-6. Have a look at that. No ball. He just angles the bat and rams it towards the third man area. No chance for the fielder there. And the ball easing its way towards the boundary ropes. 77 for no loss. And a free hit coming up. Towards the cover boundary, a misfield. So making good use of the power of the no ball. Free hit, and 4 more takes the score on to 81. Salahuddin just pitching it outside off stump. Again, the cover area coming into play. The fielder there misfields. 4 more takes the score on to 81. He is batting on 57 of 25. Asking for an LBW, but umpire unmoved, going down leg side. The moment it was on the pads, he started running towards the non-striker's end. He knew that's what he's telling his partner. This was going down leg side. A good ball nonetheless, but 1 run gets Muzammil on to strike. In the 11 of 13 with 3 boundaries. Over the man, it covers for another maximum. Error in judgment by Shah that covers. He came in a bit too close. Probably had he stayed on the line, he could have had a chance to grab that one going just over the fence. You could say probably 6 inches away from the boundary rope, and he gets 6 more. And score moves on to 88, and Muzammil moves on to 22 with that stroke. 22 or 14. Chakka hai chakka. Waiting for the boundary check from the third umpire, and it's been called a 6. It's called a 6, rightly so. As Muzammil now drives it past the bowler. There's a man at long off. Fields that one, keeps it down to a single and a slight misfield. They come back for the second. A chance of a run out at the non-striker's end. Score moves on to 90. With 2 balls to go in the over. Now the boundary towards the square leg area this time takes the score on to 94. This is carnage of the highest order. On full toss, he plays it towards the backward square leg area. There's no fielder there. 4 more runs to the total. Takes the score on to 94. Taking an ugly swipe across the line, but in the end, not ball. Ends the over with 94 for the loss of no wicket. 21 runs coming off this over. 7 overs gone, 94 for no loss. Muzammil 28 of 17. Vivek 57 of 26. Current run rate of 13.43. Said Mudassir. Vivek Singh being beaten on the drive, but the keeper was way behind, so he survived that. A misfield there allows the bye run to be taken, takes the score on to 95. Across the line, asking for a caught behind, and yes, it's been given some joy for the Munich Ray. Under edge, well taken by Tala, right in front of him. That sees the end of Muzammil without a 20. Have a look at that. Ugly swipe, but again, Underedge into the keeper's gloves, and he is out for 28 of 17. 28 of 18 with 4 boundaries and 1 maximum. West Indies 182 for 5. New man Jasim Bashir plays it towards the man at long off for a single. Takes the score on to 96 for 1. Brings Vivek onto strike. Full toss, plays it towards the deep mid-wicket area for 4. He bowled well of the first 3 balls, and the 4th one he dishes us out a full toss, and Vivek makes full use of it. Takes him to 61. Have a look at that. Full toss, friendly won that too, and he had all the time in the world to pick his spot. Takes it to the right of the man at cow corner for 4. Takes the score on the 100 coming up. 100 coming up in 7.4 overs. Asking for an LBW, and yes, he has been given. So his enterprising innings comes to an end. Mudassir is the one who brought into the attack. He's got 2 consecutive wickets, both the openers in the hut. He's out for 61 of 30. Have a look at that. No, not much feet movement, and right in front of the stumps. He knew the moment it was on his pads, he was a goner. Out for 61. With 12 boundaries and a maximum to and 2 maximums to his credit. Sorry, 1 maximum. 61 of 29, 12 boundaries, 1-6, strike rate of 210. And suddenly Munich can breathe a sigh of relief. Newman Abdul is on strike, plays it towards the cover region for a single, takes the score on to 101. End of the 8th over, just 7 runs coming off it, but 2 wickets to their credit. 101 for 2 at the end of 8 overs. Abdul Qayyum, who's just come to the crease, he got a single of the first ball. Jasim Bashir, who came in at number 3, has got a single each. Shubhan comes back as Abdul Qayyum plays it towards long off for a single. Talal looking at his premier bowler to get him a few wickets up in quick succession. They already got 2 last over, probably another couple of them to put the pressure back on Daman, who at the moment are bossing this game. Onto the pads, and the umpire thinks this one's going down leg. Not interested. Just informing the bowler that he's right in his eyesight, so it will be very difficult for him to judge something that is not visible to him completely. This time again spraying on the pads, ball going towards the fine leg area. The fielder comes around and they get 1 more run to the total. Shubhan, as Abdul Qayyum plays this towards the mid-wicket region, there's a fielder there. Still cannot prevent the single. Takes the score on to 104 and brings Jashim on to strike. Another one down leg side. Long lines being bowled here. It's never going to get an LBW with the ball going way down leg side. So 2 more runs to the total. Waiting for the umpire signal. 2 of the bat takes the score on to 106. Jasim batting 3 of 4. And Abdul Qayyum batting 2. It's 26 for no loss and no wicket in the 2.5. As this time Jasim plays it towards the long on area for a single. End of the over, 107 for 2 at the end of 9 overs. Tenth over to begin. It is Said Mudassir, the man who got 2 wickets in the previous over. His captain will be hoping for more from him. Plays it towards the cover region for a single. Takes the score on to 107. Plays a big swipe, ball takes the outer half of the bat and goes towards the third man boundary for 4 runs. takes the score on to 110. Have a look at that. Dasir bowling it outside the off stump. Just at this time going for another one, asking for a stop, caught behind. Not the right person to ask. You got the man, asked the man who's standing straight down, but they wanted to review it with the square leg umpire, which is not going to happen. This time in the air towards the cover region and falls short of the fielder there. Takes the score on to 1-1-1. The triple Nelson. Jasim Bashir on strike, 5 of 6. Plays this time a much crisper shot straight to the man at short covers, who puts a hand but unable to hold on to that. Gets the score on to 112 for 2 at the last ball of the. हाँ भाई क्या हुआ? हाँ?
उसकी वजह से नहीं स्विंग आ रही है वो की
Last ball of the over before the drinks break. This time in the slot, Abdul Qayyum plays it towards the man at long on, and a missed chance will be 4 more. So 2 drops in the over. Probably Mudassir could have had 4 by now, but he still has to be content with the 2. So he's 2 overs, 15 runs with 2 wickets, and after 10 overs, Daman Insurance are 116 for 12. Abdul Qayyum batting 10 of 7. Jasim Bashir batting 6 of 7. Over number 11, Salahuddin, this time pulling it back into the fielder for 4 more. Takes the score on to 120 with that stroke. Have a look at the replay.
मेघम में बॉल कराने जा रहा है वो
Second ball of the over coming up. This time asking for an LB. He's bowled him. Probably thought he was asking for an LBW, but then saw that the stumps are disturbed. So the third wicket down. Jasim Bashir, who got a boundary of the previous ball, deciding to take him on again, but in the bargain lost his leg stump. So another wicket for Munich Ray keeps Daman Insurance to 120 for the loss of 3 wickets. We're in the 11th over of the game. Have a look at that. Bring the ball back in, hits the back leg and crashes into the stumps. So a good comeback by the bowler. New man at the crease, Manoj, the left-hander, with a natural outswinger that will be to him from Salahuddin. Doesn't have to be much worried of the ball coming in because that's his stock delivery where he brings the ball outside as he tries to manufacture a stroke towards the cover region. No run there. This time slowly plays this one towards covers for a single. Takes the score on to 121. Salahuddin bowling to Abdul Qayyum, and the umpire decides against the LBW. We'll have to wait and watch for the signal. 2 leg buys, the ball doing a bit too much, going down leg side. Is that what the umpire decides? So he's not going to give that one. This time onto the pads, flicks it over the man at square leg for a maximum. Beautiful shot. The pickup was great and he held it on its line just enough to legs to carry over the man at square leg. Have a look at that. Just the flick of the wrist and the ball making its way towards the square leg boundary for a maximum. So the carnage continues. They've lost 3 wickets, but the template still the same for Daman Insurance. They need to trying to maximize to their potential out here.
ये केबल ले रही है इससे
कौन सी?
वो केबल है ना ऊपर जा रही है
बट यहाँ तो कुछ है नहीं ऐसा उसको हिलाने के लिए.
मैं भी पाँव रख के बैठा था तो शायद वो
अच्छा.
दब गई है.
129 for 3 at the end of 11. Manoj batting 1 of 2. Abdul Karim batting 16 of 9. As Manoj this time gets his chance to free his arms, and a drop at the cover boundary. They're creating those chances, but the fielders aren't helping. They cause another catch being dropped straight into the hands, and out she goes. We make it Mudassir creating 5 chances. He's got rewards for 2, but 3 chances of what has been put down so far by his teammates. So that would be cause of concern for Munich Re, as this time he nearly gets him bowled. He's not sure how that one missed the leg stump. Another dot ball. Takes the score on to 130 for 3. Down the man at long on. They take a single for that. Takes the score on to 131. Manoj on strike. This time asking for a caught behind umpire, unmoved. Back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Good over so far. Just 2 singles of the 5 balls that he's bowled. He'll want to close it out the same way. End of the over. 12 overs gone. 131 for 3. Current run rate 10.92. Over number 13 to begin. Abdul Karim on strike. Width on offer again towards the extra cover boundary. Another drop. So it's not getting any good for Munich Re, who are dropping catches on. They've dropped 4 catches already. Have a look at that. Enticing him, prick of the toe end of the bat. Straight to the man at extra cover, and he just gets his hand to it but unable to hold on to it. Will be called a wide coming from round the wicket. Plays this to a short square. They take a quick single. 1 more run to the total. Change, more change. Full toss towards the long on area. The fielder there making sure the ball doesn't cross the boundary. They keep it down to 2 more runs. This time towards the man at long off. There's a fielder there. Keeps it down to a single. This time Manoj is the one straight to the man at mid off, but no run there. Another one straight over the man. At mid wicket. Sorry, this one was over covers by Manoj. लास्ट बॉल छक्का मनोज ने मारा, वो कहाँ से उसके यहाँ कैसे चला गया भाई? भाई पिछला बॉल चेक करना, मनोज ने छक्का मारा है, अब्दुल कयूम को दिया है. Abdul Qayyum on strike. Mudassir comes, plays this one in the air towards the man at long on. And this time it's been taken finally after dropping 6 catches. One is accepted to send Abdul Qayyum back to the pavilion. He's out for 19 of 16 balls. Have a look at that. Slower in the air, wedges this one in the air, doesn't get it cleanly, gets the distance, doesn't get the distance, he gets the height, and a safe catch by Rafe at long on to send Abdul Qayyum back for 19 of 16 balls. Got 1 boundary and 1 6 to his credit. new man Mohammad on the at the crease. Mohammad Asif as at the crease. He comes at the fall of Abdul Qayyum's wicket, who was caught by Sajjad of the bowling of Mudassir. Mudassir bowling to Asif. He takes it towards fine leg. They complete one and they quickly come back for another second. Leg buys. Takes the score on to 141. This time playing it towards mid-on. A bit of an indecision for the run. In the end, they decide against it. Mohammad Asif on strike. Going for a wild swing, keeping it away from the batsman. Just trying to come and continue the template that the earlier batsmen were playing. It doesn't necessarily happen that way. So you got to make sure you understand the conditions, understand the game that you're playing. As another dot ball, keeping it slow away from the batsman. Full toss, going down leg side. Wait for the umpire signal. Tala missing that 1-2. We'll wait and see what does the umpire have to say. They complete 2 extra runs along with that. Totally 3 wides more. Takes the score on to 146 for 4. And he's bowled him. He completes his analysis, his quota of 4 overs, giving away 20 runs and taking 4 wickets. Mohammad Asif is out for naught of 5 balls. Have a look at that. He bringing the ball back in across the line. No contact whatsoever. The only contact was the ball hitting the timber. And end of the over. 14 gone, 146 for 5. And Syed Mudassir has 4 overs, 20 runs and 4 wickets to his credit. Playing this one towards the cover boundary for a single. Down leg side will be called a wide again. Subhan coming in to bowl his last over. Takes the score on to 148. Plays the ball towards square leg. Gets a single for that. Another boundary to the team total. Takes the score past 150 now. 152 for 5 at the end of 14.4. Manoj getting to 18 of 11 balls. Goes on to the back foot. Late cuts that one and makes it towards the point boundary for 4 more. Down leg side, asking for an edge, but umpire's unmoved with that. Keeps the score on to 152. It's suggesting that was off the pad properly. Driving this one towards the mid-off region. Another dot, consecutive dot balls. This time sweeping that one, misses, pitching outside leg stump. So that won't be called a leg before, but a leg by given to the total. Takes the score on to 153. End of over number 15. time Manoj playing it towards the man at mid-off, wanting a single. Partner declining that request. Dot ball to start the 1 run to start the over. Okay, dot ball to start the over. Dot ball था भाई first ball. Second ball dot.
उसका ना एंटीना थोड़ा उस तरफ करके बात कर। ये डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है स्क्रीन को।
Manoj coming down the wicket. He's got 2 consecutive dot balls. Had to play some kind of stroke to get a run. A single added takes the score on to 154. In the air towards long on and way over the side screen for 6. Takes the score on to 160. Mohammad Asif waiting for this one. It was in the slot and those broad shoulders, he makes good use of it and sends this over the long on boundary for a maximum. Slow one, an excited appeal turned down by the umpire. This one down leg side will be called a wide. This time again in the slot, taking the height and dropped by the fielder this time. The catching has not been that great. It was the Sajjad who had taken the previous catch, but this time he is the one who dropped that one. End of over number 16, 162 for 5. Back-to-back sixes. And the score is now 184 for 5. Mohammad Asaf is turning it on. Have a look at that. Free his arms and those big broad shoulders take them high over the long on boundary for another maximum. 17.2 completed. We're in the 18th over. Shad the bowler. This time again. Is that a hat trick of sixes? Yes, it is. One more six. He moves on to 28 of 11. Shad is just coming and delivering the ball. And he makes it. He packages that one and sends it over the boundary ropes. The third time in succession this over. This time trying to go over point. He manages to get it towards there. He gets one. Do they come back for the second? They go against it. So a run takes the score on to 191. Takes Mohammad Asif on to 29 of 12. And batting 18 of 18. He's on strike now. This time Manoj going over the top. And another maximum. Takes the score on to 197. Shad's gone for 53 of the 2.5. Have a look at that. Even Manoj this time freeing his arms and making use of the opportunity to get a 6 for himself. 197 for 5. This time taking the full toss, sending it towards the mid-wicket fence for 4 more. 33 runs coming off this over. 200 up in 18 overs. He moves on to 28 of 20. 30 runs coming off this over. मोहम्मद आसिफ तो आउट हुआ था. Akhlaq है जो. Mohammad Akhlaq is the one who's on strike. He's Sajjad to come and bowl the 19th over. भाई Clark playing it towards mid on. They complete one. Takes the score on to 202. And bowled him. This one was slightly quicker. Manoj coming down the track, trying to play it over mid-off, misses the line, and his stumps are broken. So the 6th wicket down. 202 for 6. Have a look at that. Slightly quicker, beaten, and the middle stump is rattled back. Sajjad bowling this down leg side will be 5 more runs, and Tala is on the floor trying to save that ball. Ends up giving away 5 runs. Have a look at that, trying to go into the leg stump, but bowls it way down leg side, and the score moves on to 207. 26 extras in the innings so far. Make that 31 with that 5 he gave, as this time outside the off stump. Shambhu Kumar, the batsman, trying to get this one off the square. Doesn't get any contact. This time playing it towards backward of square. They complete one and they easily come back for the second. Shambhu Kumar is quite light on his feet, runs across the top very quickly, takes the score on to 209. And another misfield gets them one more run, takes Shambhu off strike, brings Mohammad Akhlaq on strike. He's batting 30 of 13 with 4 maximums to his credit. 9 sixes in the innings so far. Last ball of the over coming up. Missing his run up.
अभी इन्हीं में मैं ट्राई कर रहा हूँ तिलक को वगैरह चेक करना है ना, अभी करूँगा ना तो पूरा मैच चिढ़ जाएगा.
Last ball of the over. Down leg side. Again, Tala missing that one to collect it. They take one. They get 2 runs of that ball. Sajjad trying a bit too much. Ends up giving 2 more runs. Takes the score on to 210 with 1 ball left in the over. One more over to follow after this. Good ball to end the over. 212 for 6 at the end of 19 overs. Last over, Umair coming into bowl. Plays it towards short covers. They take away a single there. Shambhu gets off strike, gives Mohammad Akhlaq the strike he's looking for. This time Akhlaq goes over mid wicket and another drop, gets a boundary. 217 for 6. Have a look at that. Man stationed for that, into his hands and outside she goes. And he gets a wicket. He's bowled. Mohammad Akhlaq bowled for 34 of 16. Not after he's damaged the Munich figures. He's out, hit the ball twice. इसका replay दिखा, out hit the ball twice हुआ है. It's a rare dismissal. We'll have a look at the replay to confirm that for you. बैट्समैन बोल्ड हुआ है, आप बॉल हिट ट्वाइस करके आउट करते हो बैट्समैन को. Okay, copied. Numan Waris comes to the crease. Mohammad Akhlaq made 34 of 16 balls with 1 boundary, 4 maximums. And he gets 2 and 2. Is Numan Waris 2 is out bowled. Not after he had bowled a wide. So 218 for 8 in 19.4. Can have a look. He played across the line, Noman Waris, and he is bowled and making his way back to the pavilion. Umar has got 2 in the over. Shambhu Kumar having a word with his partner who's just come to the crease. It's Anwar Kovapuram who's going to face the penultimate ball of the innings. Umair with 2 wickets in the over has got another couple of balls as he plays it towards fine leg. The ball racing away. Talha giving the chase to complete 3 more runs. Wait for the umpire signal. It's off the bat, so Anwar has got 3 of 1 ball he faced. And Shambhu is going to face the last ball of the innings. Comes down, plays it over the bowler's head. The ball going towards the long off boundary. The fielder comes, cuts it around. They get 2. So they end the innings at 223 for 8. A tall order for Munich Ray when they come into bat. In some time, we have a look at the scorecard. Captain Vivek Singh was the one who won the toss and elected to take first strike. Vivek and Muzammil opened the innings 61 of 29 for Vivek. He was LBW by Syed Mudassir after scoring 12 boundaries and a maximum. Muzammil out for 28 of 18. He was caught by Tala off the bowling of Syed Mudassir with 4 boundaries and 1 maximum. Jasim Bashir bowled Salahuddin for 10 of 9 with 1 boundary. Abdul Qayyum 19 of 16 with 1 boundary and a maximum. He was caught by Sajjad off the bowling of Syed Mudassir. Manoj Nadaraja 28 of 21, 2 boundaries, 2 maximums, bowled by Sajjad. Mohammad Asif missed out. He was bowled by Syed Mudassir for naught of 5 balls. Mohammad Ikhlaq playing a quick fire 34 of 16 with 1 boundaries, 4 maximums. He was bowled by Umair in the last over. Shambhu Kumar not out 4 of 5. Numan Waris was bowled by Umair for the first ball without scoring, and Anwar Kovapuram not out 3 of 1 ball. 36 extras in the innings. Final total 223 for 8. As we have a look at the fall of wickets and the bowling card. We look at the fall of wickets first. First wicket fell at the score of 95 with Muzammil being out, and then the next one at 100 when Vivek was out in the same over. Jasim Bashir was out at the score of 120 in 10.2. Abdul Qayyum was out at the score of 141 over number 13.1. Mohammad Asif out at the score of 146 in the same over in the last ball 14.0. Manoj Nadaraja at the score of 202 in 18.2 overs, and Mohammad Akhlaq at the score of 217 19.3 overs, and Noman Waris without scoring, he was out in the next ball of 19.4 at the score of 218. The bowling analysis: Subhan Ahmed 4 overs 33 runs, no wicket. Sajjad 4 overs 38 runs, 1 wicket. Shad Shara, the expansive, 3 overs 57 runs, no wicket. Salahuddin 4 overs 51 runs, 1 wicket. Syed Mudassir, the pick of the bowlers, 4 overs 20 runs and 4 wickets. And Umair Ahmed, the over he bowled, gone for 11 runs and he got 2 wickets. So 2-4 is what Munich Re need to stay alive in this competition. And we will have the reply in the next few minutes. Stay tuned. इंडिया वाले मैच में बोला कि इंडियन बॉलर्स को कोई ऐसा बॉल दिया गया है जिसमें चिप हो।
वो तो बदलू
बोलते साड़ी साड़ी पे इज्जत देते, साड़ी पे इज्जत किया करो। क्या तरीका है। और वो भी आप वो भी सोचो ना, किया इल्जाम कौन लगा रहा है? एक एक्स क्रिकेटर लगा रहा है, जिसने इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेटर जैसे क्रिकेट खेली है इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे, उसे पता नहीं। क्या
स्कोर वाला तो स्कोर बात कर रहा है। स्कोर बात
Welcome back. Chase underway. Munich Re, their task cut out 224. They need to get full throttle right from the word go. Shad on strike. First ball down leg side will be called a wide. Mohit is with him at the non-striker's end. Muzammil is the one who's opening the bowling. Starts off with the wide down leg side, starting from round the wicket. Not sure if that's a good idea. You have 224 in the bank. You have so much with you that you can play with, can bowl from outside the off, from the over the wicket, and so far has been guilty of bowling down the leg side 2 deliveries. 2 for the loss of no wicket at the end of the first ball. Another dot ball. Every dot ball is going to be difficult for Munich Re. If they want to chase this score down, they need somebody to take the bull by the horn and get some impetus to the innings the way Vivek had done in the first few overs of the game. He deflated them with that innings and then set the platform for the rest of the batsmen to come and take over. Not the dot ball keeps the score on to 2. And he's bowled him. So Mohit goes without troubling the scorers. 2 for the loss of 1 wicket in the first over. Have a look at that. Round the wicket, right up to the batsman and through his legs for being bowled. ये स्क्रीन देखा कि क्यों फ्लिकर हो रही है?
वो पिलर सही किया है तो अभी थोड़ा बेहतर हो गई.
अच्छा. अभी वो वाला मेमेज नहीं आता है क्या? शाह साहब 15 वाला मैच चाहिए. आते? One more dot ball. Muzammil. It's Sajjad who's coming at number 3. देखा?
इसकी एक्टिंग कभी खत्म नहीं होगी. एंड में जीता है ना तो उस पे धूप बना रहा.
Sajjad going for the drive, doesn't get any connection. End of a good over for Daman, and Munich are 2 for the loss of 1 wicket. Man out Mohit went without troubling the scorers. Second over as Shah plays it towards the man at wide of the man at mid-on. Just gets a hand to it and keeps it down to a single. Wake coming to bowl the second over, the second ball. Straight to the man at gully, no run there. $125 for 5. 2 विकेट साथ में जल्दी जल्दी गए हैं. Tom Bruce पहले कोई और. This one down leg side will be called a wide. Vivek just bringing the ball back in, and Sajjad has no answer to that, just plays it back towards the bowler. 4 for 1 in 1.3 overs. This time cuts this one. The man at point doesn't have a chance, so the first boundary to Sajjad comes in at a timely time. 8 for 1 after 1.4, just the width he wanted, and Sajjad gives one back to Vivek, what he got earlier. Have a look at that. Slightly outside the off stump, and sits on to him to punch it towards the point region for 4. The fielder giving a dive, but cannot stop that one. As this time plays it towards the man at mid-on. They take a single. There's no mid-on, but the man at long on there. So score moves on to 9. Last ball of the second over. Nearly yorked himself. End of the over. 9 for the loss of 1 wicket after 2. Nine for 1 in 2 as Muzammil continues. Sajjad plays it towards covers, no run. Shot doesn't make any connection into the keeper's gloves. No run. Score remains on 9. पिछले हफ्ते टीम 11 जीता था इनसे, तो ये मैच का कोई मायने ही नहीं रखता था. और अगले मैच का भी कोई ज़्यादा मायने नहीं इनका टीम 11 और सलामा का. Full toss, plays it through the cover region. Vivek giving the chase, and the ball wins the race. 4 more to the total, takes the score on to 13. 13 for the loss of 1 wicket. Muzammil bowling a friendly full toss, and he just places from the chest, just below the chest height, in the midriff area for 4 more. This time onto the pads, plays it behind square. The fielder at square leg just comes around and collects the ball. Score moves on to 14. 2 balls left in the over. Just putting a bit of shoulder. It's not been called a wide. It is 1 for the over, is what the umpire is saying. It's good cricket from him. Trying to outthink the batsman here. He was bowling it up to him. Decides to give him a surprise one by bowling a bit short. This time right up to the batsman. Sajjad playing Shad is the one who plays it back towards covers. No run there. End of 3 overs. 14 for the loss of 1 wicket. Vivek Singh continues. Over number 4. Plays it in the air. Over the man at mid-on. The ball going towards the boundary for 4 more. Sajjad collects 4 more. He moves on to 14 with that stroke. Score moves on to 18. Shot this time, pulls him towards mid-wicket. The man from mid-on comes to his right, collects the ball, keeps it down to a single. This time on the back foot, cuts this one through the gully for 4 more. So 2 boundaries coming up in the first 3 balls of the over. Pressure on the bowler, takes the score on to 23. They have a lot in the bank to defend, but it's always nice when you get a few runs under your belt and put the opposition under a bit of pressure. Have a look at that. Not so short, but the timing was so good. Opened the face of the bat at the right moment and sends this towards the third man boundary, as this time wanting to go again, but this time it was away from his body. So no run there. (23 for 1 of 3.4 overs). This time pitching it right up to the batsman. He tries to stop it with his boot. They come back for 2. The man it covers, Muzammil, who's covering up the area, 2 runs to the total, takes the score on to 25 with one more ball to go. Again, trying to keep it away from the batsman. Shad playing that one. He missed out on that opportunity to score. End of the over. 4 overs completed. 25 for the loss of 1 wicket. Another 199 runs required of the remaining 96 balls. Required run rate 12.44. Over number 5, Muzammil to continue. This time bowling it way outside the off stump will be called a wide. Keeper moving to his right and collecting it one hand. Takes the score on to 26. As you see a flock of birds right up in the sky. Look at them flying around in unison. They go in batches, in clusters. Another dot ball. Sajjad letting that one go. He is batting 15 of 13 balls with 2 boundaries to his credit. Another wild swing, another dot ball. (26 for 1). This time under edges. The keeper had moved to the right to collect, but the inner edge takes it past him, takes the score on to 30. And Shah Sajjad goes on to 19 with that 15. Have a look. The keeper moving to his right and the under edge going down to his left side. Lucky for him, it didn't hit the helmet or could have got 5 runs penalty for that. This time cuts this one straight to the man at point. Sunday. Another dot ball keeps the score on to 30. Musam 11 for 1 in the 2.4. He is bowled. Shot this time. Sajjad was waiting for it. Plays it towards the long leg boundary for a maximum. Preempted that one, and the moment it was shot, he moved into position. Have a look at that. Moved into position, and the full bloody shot over the long leg boundary for a maximum. Takes the score on to 36. They need many, many more of this if they want to get anywhere closer to the target that is set by Daman Insurance. 224 is what they need to get. They've just got 36 out of that. 188 more. This time coming down the track, but missing that one completely. Lost his shape when he tried to play that stroke. 5 overs gone. 36 for the loss of 1 wicket. Sajjad batting 25 of 18. Shad batting 7 of 9. Over number 6. Noman comes into bowl. Starts off with a dot ball. Shad not getting anywhere close to the ball. Numan bowling to Shad. Another dot ball. The ball swung after he had passed the popping crease, so the umpire can't call that as a wide. Be another dot ball. Shad moving away from the stumps, and all Noman is doing is keeping it on the 7th or the 8th stump line. It's not getting a chance to get a feel of the ball. This time bringing the ball back, and Shad's misery comes to an end. He bowled 3 outswingers, and then the fourth one was the one that came back in, and you can see that the middle stump is taken a beating. It has just rested back. Have a look at that. Shad expecting one, but he was too late. The ball had already crashed into the stumps, and he was clueless about that. So his innings comes to a close. He's out for 7 of 13 balls with 1 boundary.
प्रोग्रामिंग है आपने आप क्या अपने अगले की कटा हुआ है आगे पीछे कटा है बसंत चल रहा है ना पाकिस्तान में
This is the first ball for Salahuddin, and he gets a boundary. It is outside the off stump, just a bit of it. He opens the face of the bat, runs it down to the man between Gully and third man for 4 runs.
उस्मान खान इतना आसान सवाल तो नहीं आया इसको कभी
Another wide ball takes the score on to 41. तो क्या बोला बेशक होता है ना
बेशक आप हमें जो भी बोलें लेकिन इतना ना बोलें कि हमारी पीछे फैमिली को जो है वो फेस करना पड़े सवाल क्या है लेकर कहाँ चला गया
कौन सा सवाल है बसंत के बारे में क्या पूछना है तुम्हारे रिपोर्टर्स भी है ना मैं मिला हूँ 2-3 है अच्छे लोग जैसे शाहिद कुरैशी है और 2-3 लोग हैं बट्टी है. This time another wide will go down the leg side. The fielder giving the chase, but the ball will win the race. 5 wides to the total. Takes the score on to 46. Wide down leg side. No chance for the wicket keeper. Yeah, we look at those birds again coming back in a formation. Last ball, will that be a wide? Wait for the umpire signal. Trying for a run there. It's another wide. So Noman, after the first 4 balls where he got 3 dots and he got a wicket, since then has been off radar. He's given away a boundary. And then to compensate that, he's not bowling it outside the off stump. He's trying to keep it away from the batsman. He sprayed it down leg side, and he's gone for 11 runs since then. This time cuts this one towards the third man. There's a fielder there, and ends the lengthy over for 12 runs and a wicket. 48 for 2 at the end of 6. रिपोर्टर भी मजे ले रहे हैं बैठ के. हाँ उनको पता है कि ये जवाब नहीं दे सकता है. हाँ तो मेरे को एक बार जब मैं पाकिस्तान के मैचेस करता था ना इंटरनेशनल स्कोरिंग तो एक रिपोर्टर ने मुझे बोला इमरान खान के साथ इंटरव्यू ना कैसा होता था. वो पहले बोलता वो एक तो पहले टाइम नहीं देता था. ठीक है जब टाइम देता था ना बोलता था मेरे को सवाल सारे ना तुम भेजो तुम क्या क्या पूछने वाले हो और उसके हिसाब में फटाफट मैं जवाब दूंगा ताकि तुम्हारा टाइम भी ज़ाया नहीं हो मेरा भी ज़ाया हम और अब अच्छी बात करें. Over number 7 and first ball Mohammad bowls it to Salahuddin who plays it back to the bowler. 144 for 9, 39 of 10 balls. Mohammad Asif bowling the second ball, plays it towards the man at square leg. They get a single for that, takes the score on to 49. Down the leg side will be called a wide. The 50 coming up, 50 in 6.2 overs for the loss of 2 wickets. Plays it towards the mid-wicket region. There's a fielder there and another single. Takes the score on to 51. Salahuddin goes on to 6 of 4. Sajjad batting 26 of 19. In the air towards the long on region. Bounce into the fence he goes. Score moves on to 55. Salahuddin moves on to 10 of 5.
हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम
55 for 2. And he's bowled him this time. Plays across the line. Ends Salahuddin's innings. A short innings of 6 balls. He scored 10 runs and he is bowled by Mohammad Asif with a score of 55.
टेबल वालों मैच भी है ना अभी इंश्योरेंस का वाला हाँ उनमें भी है नहीं अभी ये वाला है बाद में ना उत्तम भाई का कैंसिल हो गया हाँ बुला लें फिर वहाँ पे बात कर ले मैं तो फिर उसकी ड्यूटी लगाई थी ना उसके लिए बोल रहा था बात की सही सही वो आपका वाला मैच कैंसिल हो गया
कौन सा?
ग्राउंड वाला
पता नहीं, ऐसे तो कुछ है नहीं न्यूज़ में को.
बोले उत्तम भाई वाला कैंसिल हो गया
किसने बोल कौन किसने मैसेज किया? मैं तो उत्तम को मैंने हाँ
सिद्धार्थ भाई
मैसेज तो किया है मैंने, देखो. First ball, Talha plays it back towards the bowler. No run there. End of the over, 7 gone. 55 for the loss of 3 wickets. तो बंद कर, मैं गैब्रियल को पूछूं किधर गया भाई. क्या वो वॉक ओवर दिया है क्या बाई एनी चांस? वॉक ओवर दिया ना, तो ओमेगा के 2 पॉइंट हुए और बताने का 0. ओके सर, थैंक यू. ओके बाय. बताने बोलेगा आके कुट का प्लेयर भी नहीं है, हटा. Or number 8, Mohammad Akhlaq, the right arm leg spinner, comes slightly short. Dot ball. Sorry, that's a single. Takes the score on to 56. This time, Tala on the back foot plays it towards a square leg. There's a fielder there. But it comes down to his left. Manoj, the fielder, keeps it down to a single. Takes the score on to 57. Dot ball. Sajjad didn't want to chase that one. It's a dot ball. He scored 27 of 22. Cuts this one towards the point boundary, is slightly short, and he makes good use of the crease for 4 runs. Have a look at that. Onto the back foot, cuts this one through the point region for 4. Score moves on to 61. He moves on to 31 of 23. This time on the back foot, cuts this towards gully, no run there. End of the over, 8 gone, 61 for the loss of 3 wickets. सज्जाद ने जैसे देखा स्लॉट खाली है, किसी को पूछा टेप टेनिस खेलने और वो आ गए. ये क्या लग गया है ऐसे मट्टी?
अच्छा, ये पहले से ही कैंसिल था आपका वाला मैच? हमारे शेड्यूल में डाला ही नहीं इंश्योरेंस वाला. ये तो आपने बताया. देखे नहीं
तो शेड्यूल में तो है ना.
ये देखे लाइव इंश्योरेंस बीच में कुछ है ही नहीं.
Shambhu Kumar, another leg spinner, comes to bowl. Talha playing it back towards the bowler. Score remains on 61 for 3. Plays it in the air towards the mid-wicket area. Fielder coming round and keeps it down to a single again. Takes the score on to 62. Sajjad on strike. Plays it back towards short mid-off. Silly mid-off rather. Keeps the score on to 62. Again, back to the bowler, no run. (62 for 3). Okay, not the dot ball. 3 dot balls on the trot. 62 for 3. One more ball left in the 9th over. White ball. Can't end the over with a dot. He'll have to re-bowl that one. Score moves on to 63. Plays it in the air. The man at long on is just a spectator. Ball over the fence. So the white ball with an extra ball, he manufactures a maximum to take the score on to 69. 9 overs gone, 60. Have a look, looped up and clears his front leg and over the long on fielder for a maximum. One run from Tala takes the score on to 70. Bring a slip in place. Mohammad Akhlaq. Sajjad playing this one towards silly mid-off. There's no run there. Time playing it late, plays it towards short point and they complete a quick single. Vivek is the one from slip, goes towards the ball but unable to stop that single. Asking for a caught behind and it's not been given. Vivek was up right away. The keeper just joined him in the appeal. So did the bowler. But the umpire has not moved. (9.4 over 71 for 3). Tala this time moves around, plays it towards the square leg area. The fielder overrunning the ball and he gets 4 runs for that. Score moves on to 75 with 1 ball left in the over. Have a look at that. Enough time, picks his spot. The mid-wicket fielder running around, running to his right, but he just overran the ball. And the ball into the fence he goes. Last ball of the 10th over. Tala plays it in the air towards the point fielder. There's a fielder just comes around. Muzammil is a fielder, keeps it down to a single. End of 10th over, 76 for the loss of 3 wickets as we take a quick drinks break. Over number 11 to begin. Shambhu the bowler, as he bowls this one down leg side, will be called a wide. Takes the score on to 77. Shambhu to continue. This time short. Tala goes down towards the square leg boundary. There's a fielder there. They just get a single for that. Takes the score on to 78. Shambhu bowling to Sajjad. It's playing towards the man at covers. They complete a easy single. Takes the score on to 79. Going down leg side, they complete the second of the bat. Score moves on to 81. Shambhu to continue. Going for trying to reach out for the ball, doesn't get any connection. Score remains on 81. It's been called a wide, in fact. So score moves on to 82. 10.3 overs completed. one more run added. Rather 2 with that wide. So score moves on to 84. Shambhu now losing his radar out here. All he needs to do is pitch it up to the batsman. He has to do the scoring. You don't need to score it for him. Full toss, plays it towards the mid-wicket region and over the fence for 6. Takes the score on to 90 with that 6. Have a look at that full toss, sits under that and sends it over the mid wicket for 6 more. This time cuts this one towards point. The fielders inside the circle and the man Vivek, who's on the boundary, collects the ball and keeps it down to 2 more. Takes Sajjad on to 47. Last ball of the over coming up. Takes on a full, plays it towards the square leg region. He gets another double for that. He moves on to 49. 49 of 34 balls, 5 boundaries, 3 sixes. End of the 11th over, 94 for 3. No man comes back into the attack. He's gone for 12 for 1 in the 1 over that he had bowled. Asking for a dismissal, but the ball will reach the boundary for 4 more. Four to the total, takes the score on to 98. Tala plays it towards the man at cover, long off. They complete 1. They come back for the second. Takes the score on to 100. The 100 coming in 11.2 overs. It's not a bad run rate when you have a run rate of 8.82, but considering when you're chasing 224, even that looks very diminutive. 124 of the remaining 8.4 overs required at 14.31 as full toss plays it down the ground. Man at long off doing the fielding, keeps it down to a single. Again towards the long off the fielder there, coming around, keeping down to a single. Numan now coming around the wicket. Sajjad playing it towards the man at point. Single denied. He's now batting on 50 of 35. Cross kya? Onto the legs, plays it towards the square leg boundary. One bounce into the fence. He goes. Beautiful shot. End of the over. 108 for. Sorry, one more ball left in the over. Tala now trying to a pickup shot, sends it towards the long leg boundary for 4. Takes the score on to 112. Have a look at that. Onto the pads, helping its way towards long leg, and the ball wins the race towards the boundary. Takes the score on to 112. Another wide will take the score on to 113 with that one run. Playing it towards the cover region, they complete one, and will they come back for the second? Yes, they do. Off the bat, no way that is going to come your way. Score remains on 115, 12 point 3 overs completed. Plays it towards the point region. They complete 1 there. Takes the score on to 116. Sajjad trying to cut this one. Beaten there. Another dot ball. One more ball left in the over. Plays it towards the mid-wicket region. A fielder there. End of the over. 1 more ball to go. 117 for 3 at the end of 13. Sajjad's wicket comes to a close. He batted well, but not good enough to see his team over the line. So 13.1 gone. Fourth wicket down at the score of 117. He's caught by Noman off the bowling of Abdul Qayyum rather. Newman Subhan is at the center. USA off to bowl. Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma. We called a wide. Chance of a run out at the striker's end, but the batsmen have a miscommunication. No run there. Keeps the score on to 118. plays it towards covers. They get a single for that. So score on to 119. Tala plays it towards the man at short covers. No run there. Manoj the fielder. 119 for 4. 4 balls completed. Down the leg side will not be given. Umpire not interested. We wait for the signal. That's a leg by. 120 for 4. Last ball of the 14th over. Dot ball to end the over. A wicket in that over. 120 for 4 at the end of 14 overs. Tala this time on the back foot, plays it high in the air and over the mid-wicket boundary for a maximum. The ball going to the adjacent ground there. Just showing that he too has the range of shots that Daman Insurance boys have. A 6 and handsome over the mid-wicket boundary for a maximum. This time plays it over the man at long on and straight to him. Noman takes another catch. This time pitching it up and inviting the shot, and Talha going into with the stroke but didn't get the distance that he's looking for, and straight to the man at long on. Noman is not going to miss out on that. He's already picked up one catch in the previous over, and you can see the dejection on Talha's face that he could have, had he got a better connection, this would have been another maximum. Have a look at the replay. Tossing this one, not afraid to toss it up, but slightly outside the off stump. He pulled this one from just outside the off stump and ended up spooning the catch to the man at long on for to be called out. Said Mudassir playing it towards the cover region. He's off the mark with that single. Takes the score on to 127. 127 for 5. So another double to the total. Takes the score on to 129. This time playing inside out towards the man at covers, and he too is caught. So 2 wickets in the over. Shubhan trying to go inside out here. Got to the pitch of the ball, but again, because it was flighted, he ended up playing it in the air, and the man at covers is being brought in halfway for that shot. So the 6th wicket down at the score of 129. कौन आउट हुआ? अभिषेक शर्मा आउट तो नहीं हुआ? हाँ? डर था उसका. अली खान कौन? वो टेम्पलेट वही है ना अपना खेलने का. New man Kasi comes in at number 8. Plays it over the bowler's head. Ball going towards the long on boundary. No man there. Keeps it down to a single. Takes the score on to 130. 130 for 6. ईशान किशन संजू को बिठाया ना, उसका करियर बर्बाद अभी. और कितना खिलाएंगे उसको, चांस दे दे के. Kasi plays this towards the cover area. There's a fielder there. A single to the total. Takes the score on to 131. 93 more needed of 4.5 at 19.24 and over. Another dot ball. Short ball, plays it towards the square leg area. There's a fielder there who comes down to his right, keeps it down to a single. Muzammil, the fielder. $132 for 6. In the air towards the man at covers. There's a single added. Takes the score on to 133. Leg by towards fine leg. हाँ? किसने? हैट्रिक मारी क्या? $19 for 1, 2.2. Full toss, doesn't connect it well, sends it towards the mid-wicket area. The complete one won't go against the second. 136, 135 for 6 at the end of 16. Tilak Verma 11 of 6. अली खान के ओवर में सिर्फ 2 रन है. मैथ्यू क्रॉस, माइकल लीस्क एंड ओलिवर डेविडसन. किसने लिया वो? रोमारियो शेपर्ड ने लिया हैट्रिक. Single coming off the first ball. Full toss. Will it be called a no ball? The ball racing away towards the boundary. 4 runs to the total. Umpire deems it a legal ball. Let's have a look at that. Floats the ball, but should have been called a no ball, but the umpire doesn't think so, so that will remain as a legal delivery. One more boundary takes the score on to 144. 144 for 6. Short this time, wanting to make sure he doesn't bowl a full toss, ends up bowling slightly short, and it goes to the long leg boundary for 4. This time trying to take it on the bounce. Another run added to the total. Takes the score on to 145. Last ball of the 17th over. Kasi plays it towards the deep mid-wicket area. Fielder giving up the chase, and the score moves on to 149. Kasi moves on to 9 of 6. Ends the over at 149. 17 gone. 149 for the loss of 6 wickets. Syed Mudassir batting 11 of 8. Kasi batting 9 of 6. 75 needed of the last 3 overs. Drag pulls this one from slightly outside leg stump and sends it towards the mid-wicket boundary. A bit of miscommunication between both the fielders. Abdul coming into bowl as this time goes onto the back foot. Syed Mudassir plays it towards short square. They take a single. One more run added. The 150 coming up. 150 of 17.1. In the air towards the cover region. Fielder there keeps it down to a single. Takes the score on to 151. Cuts this one towards point, and they complete another single. Takes the score on to 152. Full toss, plays it towards the man at long on. The man in mid wicket coming around, keeps it down to a single again. 4 runs of the over so far, 153 for 6. In the air towards the right of the man at mid wicket, 4 more runs, takes the score on to 157. .67 more needed of the remaining 13 balls. End of the over. Dot ball to finish. 157 for 6 of 18. 67 required of the remaining 2 overs. Anwar comes into bowl. The ball going towards the point boundary. They complete one, thinking of a second, but go against it. Anwar bowling the penultimate ball of the innings. So 11 balls, 66 runs. Every ball should now make it over the fence if Munich Re need to win. And one more single will take the score on to 159. Will be called a wide. Takes the score on to 160. Plays it towards the mid-wicket region. There's a fielder there. Field placements very crucial in this game, and Daman have made sure the fielders are there at the right spot. Score moves on to 161. Syed Mudassir playing it towards the deep mid-wicket region. Another single this time takes the score on to 163. Sorry, takes it to 162, 18.4 gone. Edge towards the man at short third, and a miss there. The complete one. Vivek Singh does the fielding. 2 more runs added, takes the score on to 164. Anwar's last ball. drives this towards covers. Manoj doing the chase there. By the time the fielder comes around, they take another couple of runs. Last over coming up, 58 more runs required, and we're just going through the motions of this game. Abdul to continue, cuts this one towards point, and they complete a single. This time floats this one outside the off stump towards the man at covers. They complete one, and they think against the second. So one more run added, 169 for 6. 4 more balls left in the over. It's been called a wide. Goes onto the offside and pulls it towards the mid-wicket region. There's a fielder there. He complete a single again. 170 for 6. Unable to catch that one. Last ball of the couple of more balls left. There's a penultimate ball coming up. 170 for 6. Shot by 54 runs so far with a couple of balls to go. Drive this one towards the long off boundary. The fielder unable to catch that one. So 4 more runs to the total. Takes the score on to 174. With 50 more runs required to win with the last ball of the match coming up. Asking for an LBW, umpire doesn't give. That ends the game. 174 for 6 is what Munich Re mustered up against 224, a 49-run victory for Daman. Takes them to 4 points and possibly a foot in the final already. As we have a look at the scorecard. किधर गया उसको कार्ड यार, इधर मेरे इसमें Have a look at this scorecard. Shah Chara out bowled by Noman for 7 of 13 with 1 boundary. Mohit was bowled by Muzammil for no score of 3 balls. Sajjad, the best of the innings, 55 of 39, 6 boundaries, 3 sixes caught by Noman off the bowling of Abdul Khalik. Salahuddin out 10 of 6. He got 2 boundaries. He was bowled by Mohammad. Tala Tanveer 31 of 22, 3 boundaries, 1 6. He was caught by Noman off the bowling of Mohammad. Subhan Ahmed 3 of 5 with no boundaries, caught Shubham off the bowling of Mohammad. Said Mudassir Hussain not out 21 of 16 with 3 boundaries. Kasi not out 22 of 16 with 2 boundaries. 25 extras in the innings. 174 is what they scored. Have a look at the bowling card and the fall of wickets. We'll have the look at the fall of the wickets. The first wicket of Mohit at the score of 2, Shad at the score of 36, Salahuddin at the score of 55, Sajjad at the score of 117, Tala at the score of 126, and Subhan at the score of 129. Bowling card, Muzammil 3 overs 17 runs, 1 wicket. Vivek Singh 2 overs 18 runs, no wicket. Numan Waris 2 overs 26 runs, 1 wicket. Mohammad Asif 2 overs 16 runs, 1 wicket. Mohammad Akhlaq 4 overs 37 runs, 2 wickets. Shambhu Kumar 2 overs 26 runs, no wicket. Abdul Qayyum 4 overs 22 runs, 1 wicket. And Anwar Kovarappam bowling 1 over and giving away 9 runs. A 49 run victory for Daman Insurance. They have 4 points from their 3 games, and they will be waiting to know what is the result of the game between Team 11 and Salama, which will happen tomorrow. As of now, we go into the presentations, which will be followed by the last game of the day, the ANIB Bulls versus Orient. Welcome to the post-match presentation between Daman Insurance and Munich Re. Daman Insurance winning by 49 runs and having made it to the finals. We have the man of the match, Mohammad Akhlaq. Akhlaq, फाइनल से पहले सारे बॉक्स टिक कर चुके हैं आप. एक पूरी बोलते टोटल 100% मैच है आज आपके लिए.
जी बिल्कुल, हम बॉक्सेस टिक करने के बाद किया आपने, तो हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हमारी बैटिंग, फील्डिंग, इवन बॉलिंग साइड, सो वी आर होपफुल बाय द एंड ऑफ फाइनल इंशाल्लाह वी विल विन. We last 2 games with Salama we had a very close games, so we're thinking that we'll close this inshallah with a win.
More or less you could see either Salama or Team 11 making it to that. Both the sides are really good.
Yes.
And any different strategy that you guys will be looking up to coming in the finals?
We are just watching their games. As Team 11, they are playing with Salama today, I think.
Yeah.
So we are hoping that Salama they have a good team against Team 11. They have very good track record also. So they will definitely win. So upon their win, even Team 11 will win. Then obviously it will go on the run rate, and we have high hopes that we have good rates and we'll close up with playing final with Salama, inshallah.
Thank you very much. You played very well and hope to see a better performance in the finals as well. Thank you very much. As we speak to Vivek Singh, the captain of Daman. Daman, Akhlaq already answering that all the boxes are ticked for you. It's a long journey for you coming from Abu Dhabi and motivate yourself to play over a period of time. How much of a message do you want to give the boys when you come back next week to play that all-important final?
Yeah, I think I rightly mentioned that we have mostly ticked all the boxes. So we fielding today was excellent. So batting, bowling, but the idea is to make sure we consistently perform to that level, because final is, as you mentioned, it's been 3 months. More than that, we are being every week we are coming all the way from Abu Dhabi, and we deserve to be in finals as the boys played very well. We just want the message is to make sure we have a clear mindset to go all in and play it, because it's once a year you get that opportunity to play in finals. So once you reach to that level, you should ensure that all the weaknesses are covered, and make sure you play for the team as a one unit. And today the result was evident of what we are doing as a team. We are playing all batting, bowling, all are complementing each other, which was very good to see as a team standpoint. Hopefully, once we reach semi, in the final we play as the same. That's a hope, and I hope our team come up on that day with that mindset as well.
On a personal front, apart from the team boys playing there, you as a person, you've seen a lot of international T20 cricket happening. Have you, taken a copy from the template saying that I will go all out from the word go, and then the rest of the boys will, keep that momentum up and build up a big score?
Yeah, so we see right now the matches scores goes beyond 300s, 250s. To do so, we need to make sure power plays we go all in as attack, and make sure we reach to 90s, 80s as a power play, lose less wickets, so that we give a platform for others to come around and make sure we reach 250s, 225 above run. Today was that template. We want to play in such a fashion that we go at the start very heavy, then make sure there's no pressure in the middle order and they can play freely, which they did very well. And Clark played very nice inning in the last, and this is what the template will be there going forward in finals. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you. Well played, and we see you in the finals very soon next Sunday. That concludes our presentation as we go into the Elite Clash, the last one for the day, where it's a face-off, semi-final face-off between A and IB Bulls and Orion. Stay tuned for the toss. Thank you very much.